Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I'm not going to make this video quick, long guys. I just wanted to make as short as possible and give you my opinion in the GPU shortage that currently we're experiencing when it comes to graphic cards, and tell you why I think that this was all pre-planned very well, and the mining and the gaming community are just being taken for fools. Right, as we all know, obviously if you follow this, by the end of the month Vega cards should be coming, which is fine, no problem about that. But at the same time, somehow AMD and Nvidia got together and decided to make a card especially designed for the mining community. So there will never be a shortage probably again, and all be happy. Is it really? Is that really what happened in here? What I think happened is that the AMD and Nvidia decided to get together so they can both profit from the mining community, because we can clearly see there's a lot of rigs being built every single day. And yeah, they know that they will be probably selling these cards like hotcakes, because if there's no other options out there, and if the Vega cards come out and it's quite expensive, people will just be going for the AMD and Nvidia ones to begin with if they're cheaper options than the Vega, and they will definitely be giving good results, maybe not as good but good results. And that way both the AMD and Nvidia will be profiting from the from these cards. So very conveniently AMD were selling their RX cards like hotcakes, which was fine, no problem about that. But then they obviously Nvidia probably were not happy about it, and what happened is, as I said, they got together and they decided the plan. So we're gonna release the Rx570, 580, whatever cards. We're gonna sell whatever we're thinking of releasing just before, obviously, the apparent shortage comes along. Just very convenient before the Vega and this card that you're looking at the screen getting released. So we're gonna sell whatever we release, as much as obviously we need to release. We're gonna sell all this, and then we're not gonna release anything for a while. And because the prices of the currency, the mining will be so profitable, people just gonna go for anything that is available on the market, and we can clearly see that this is what's happening right now. GTX 1060, 1050, 1070, 1080, Rx460, Rx560, Rx550, all the cards that previously probably were not considered by the mining community as a good option, because obviously the Rx series 570, 580, 470, 480 was the best choice in terms of mining. When you don't have this choice, you're gonna go for the second best. And you can clearly see by the time these two cards get released, the Vega and the AMD and Nvidia and whatever, pretty much all those cards that I've listed, the GTX series, the small series of Rx460, 560, 550, and whatever else cards out there that they're available, pretty much everything is going to clear up. And those companies involved, guys, going to be laughing all the way to the bank and taking, really, as I said, the mining community and the gaming community for fools. Because as you can see from the screen, guys, GTX cards were much more expensive, right, than the RX series. They produce much lesser results when it comes to mining. Yes, they're quite good in the Zcash. The GTX 1070 is quite good also, the Ethereum mining. But overall, obviously, if we had the options, we will never go for a GTX cards. We will always prefer the Rx470, 480, 570, 580. Why would a company that makes so much money from those cards suddenly stops producing them? Why? And for such a long time. And not just MSI, not just Sapphire, every single company, Gigabyte, Asus, MSI, as I said, EVGA, all of them, everything is gone. Whatever you can think, everything is gone. Nothing is being released. I tell you, this is why. This is why I think that this is just pre-planned, very good strategic, very good way of obviously generating and selling everything that you have left, right? Everything that is still available, maybe in your warehouses or whatever, you can clear it up, because as we can see, people do buy those cards despite the fact that maybe they don't produce as good profits. If you do want to get into the mining game, you have no options, you go for those cards. And again, as I said, you will see how once the AMD and Nvidia card is released. And another funny thing is that Obviously they're releasing this card apparently just for the mining community, but obviously they're not really looking after the mining community because they're only giving a 90-day warranty. There's a talk that they may not have ports, so if you want to resell, you have no options but to resell maybe to another miner. You know, a gamer would not need a card like this. So it really, you know, it is sad really. This is what I think. It is sad because we obviously spent a lot of money on those cards. We were really, you know, using these cards, and you know, those companies were making good money. Yes, Nvidia wasn't selling as many, but hey, you know, make a better card, you know, and make it cheaper, and so people can buy it. But that's my real take on it, guys. As I said, I don't want to make it too long. The reason I am actually made this video so we can all share down below what you think about it, so we can really, you know, just have a discussion and see how you know, what really is happening. It is always nice to obviously share information with each other. We can learn from each other. But that's really what I think happened, guys. It is again, as I said, very sad, very disappointing from those companies. But you know, those companies are obviously seeing great potential in here, and decided to profit on the back of the obviously the miners and obviously the gamers. And I'll tell you one thing: gamers were buying the GTX cards, right? But gamers would need one card. They don't buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So obviously there was a lot of Nvidia cards that were just sitting, right? All these GTXs, you know, as I said, all the way from 1050 to 1080, they were sitting because gamers don't buy as many cards as the miners. You know, they go and buy one card, 2 cards the most, and obviously these cards need to get sold somehow, and they found a way. We're gonna see, you know, we're gonna stop the RX series from the market. We're gonna, you know, say that there's shortage for whatever reason, which is funny. Again, as I said, if I'm obviously having a company and I have a product that sells, if needed, my company, you know, I'm gonna employ more people. We're gonna work 24/7 if needed to, and we're gonna produce the product the customer wants. But they obviously are showing us that that's not what they want to do. They really want to just clear up everything that there is out there. And even cards, as I said, the Rx460, who even thought before buying Rx460 for mining or for gaming? Nobody. But now we're seeing, oh, we produce, you know, 12 mega hashes, 13 mega hashes. People are buying the Rx560 doing the same thing. You're only buying it because you have we don't have the options, you know. And this is why I think that this is just a, you know, a farce, a very good plan just to clear up everything on the market just before we release the new products. Why do we need to hold these old cards in the market? If we're gonna release these new cards, the Vega cards, Nvidia will come up with new cards, whatever, and maybe then we will release again the Rx570, 580, whatever. But before we do that, why not clear up everything, every other card out there, especially the old ones, so we don't have to deal with those cards anymore. It's gone, it's sold. We got our money for them. In fact, some of the cards, even the prices are going up, so they probably even get better money for them. And then we're gonna release and start fresh. And that's what I think is happening, guys. Feel free to share with me your comments, your, you know, feedback on this. You know, again, as I said, so we can all learn from each other. But it's disappointing, but that's the mining game, that's the gaming game. You know, that's what's happening, sadly. And companies, big companies, really are greedy, guys. I mean, I don't want to obviously mention any names, but unfortunately, those big companies do become greedy, and they just want to obviously make more and more money and not really think about the customer. And this is what I think is happening here. They're going to tell me that they're releasing this card right here, the GTX 1060 AMD and Nvidia for Bitcoin mining. I mean, first of all, it's not even for Bitcoin. You can't mine a Bitcoin with it, but never mind, this is something else. So they're releasing because they think so much about the mining community? I don't think so. They're obviously thinking about their pockets by giving 90 days warranty, so when it fails, and they're going to obviously release it cheap so people don't spend a lot of money, but if it fails after 90 days, whatever, you have no options, go and buy a new one. So you actually may end up, although maybe it costs cheaper to buy it, but if it breaks 2 or 3 times for, let's say, the next 2 years, you end up buying 2 or 3 times, so it's going to end up more expensive than buying yourself a Rx570 or 580 card. So it's just a big game, guys, and it's sad. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, feel free to subscribe and share. And yeah, thanks for the support on the YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. And thanks also it's something else, but I really want to thank you as well for supporting me on the Genesis mining journey. If you are with Genesis mining and you do want to upgrade, guys, your contract, feel free to support me. Use my 3% discount code you find in the description and the comment section. I really appreciate all the help, and thanks for watching, guys. You know, I created this channel so we can help each other, we can learn from each other, and I do hope that, you know, we will continue to do that, because it is an interesting thing, the cryptocurrency mining, and definitely it has given opportunity for normal people like us to obviously earn some money, and yeah, just to hopefully, right, who knows, change our lives. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.